Hello everybody, welcome back to Grassroots NASCAR Racing. My name is Scott and I'm just your average American guy who loves the sport of NASCAR and wants to share all that with you. Now today is Valentine's Day, and what better way to melt her heart than with the gift of a fire bottle. Now I know what you're thinking. Valentine's Day was like a week ago. Well, it's Valentine's Day today, but it takes me a little while to film these things, edit them, and get them up to you. So this is your reminder for next year. When you're thinking, what the heck do I get her? It's the best gift you can get her. Nothing says I care more than something that can save your life. So let's get it installed in the race car. Okay, so how do these systems work? Well, this is a 5-pound bottle. They do also make a 10-pound bottle. And a basic system is just gonna have one nozzle, but I wanted something a little safer, so this one has 3. The first nozzle is going to cover the fuel cell, next is going to cover the driver compartment, and then the final one will cover the engine bay. Now if you look at the nozzle that goes to the fuel cell, it is a little bit different. If you notice inside there, there's a vial, and when that gets up to 170 degrees, it's going to burst and will automatically set off the whole system. Now the other two are just your basic nozzles. This one will go through to the engine bay, and then this one's going to route around and basically be pointed straight at me. And that'll cover the whole car. But you do need to remember there is a proper way to mount the fire bottle and an improper way to mount the fire bottle. And I want to show you that. Over here on the 30 car, this one has it mounted properly. It's mounted down low in the car and it's mounted left to right. So if you look inside here, that is how it should be mounted. Down low, left to right. Now the way that you don't want to mount the bottle, you do not want to mount it front to back with the head of the extinguisher facing forward. That's not good. Also up and down. You do not want that, because if you crash and wind up on your roof, the hose inside can't pick up the stuff to put the fire out. So we are going to be mounting it the same way that the Pennzoil car has, and we're going to be doing that in the Mello Yello car. So let's light this thing up. Well, the inside, it's dark. All right, so we're in the car. I'm going to be mounting up the bottle here, just kind of doing a rough mount. That way I can start measuring for lines and seeing what I need to do. I'm going to be mounting the bottle using these. These are actually old parts from a cup team, so it's always neat when you can get old stuff and use it again. One important thing to remember when mounting the bottle, we're going to be mounting it here, but you want to mount it like this, to where all of these labels, you can still read them, and to where you can see this gauge still. You don't ever want to mount it like this, where you can't see anything. So always turn it to where you can see those labels. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the bottle mounted in there. And next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to install the piece that goes in right here. This will be the outlet that goes towards the front of the car. So I'm going to put that in, that way I can make an accurate measurement of the tube that I'm going to need that's going to run to the front. Now what I'm probably going to do is bend it, come along to the cage, and just run it along the cage up to the front. This isn't as fun as it looks. Okay, so I've got the first piece ready, pretty much. This is where it's going to connect to the bottle. It's going to run along here, and we'll go all the way up to the firewall. So I'm going to flare this end right here, but first you want to be sure and put this on. You do not want to flare it without having that on there, otherwise you'll have to redo it. So I'm just going to flare this end right here, and then I'll get started on the next line. Okay, so as you can see, I've got that line. It's not totally hooked up. I just screwed it on there to get it in place. But that line is basically in place. It goes along the bar, and then it's gonna go up underneath the firewall. And the next step, I just need to mark where I'm gonna drill to put the piece that's gonna hold the line in place, and then also the hole that's gonna go through the firewall to the engine. Okay, so I got the short line made up that's gonna go into the engine bay. I've already got it flared on one end. So I'm gonna insert that from the inside, and it'll come out this hole and then go across to right there. Come on. Thread. Oh, this sucks. There's no room under here. Oh, no. All right, everybody. So I am done with the inside and with the engine bay. And oh my gosh, I mean, I think I need a massage. It is not easy being 6'5" and working on these cars on the inside. And that's kind of why I didn't film very much inside, because I'm cramped in there. I'm mostly under the dash. It's just too hard to film and you can't see very much. But let me show you what I did inside here. So the inside, like I said, is pretty much done. We've got the bottle mounted, and then I ran this line off the bottle over to the bar on the side, and we run all the way along there, and then up under the dash to right there. And we've got a T there. One goes up and then through the firewall into the engine bay, and then one goes to the left, dip down, and it's right there, and that one faces me. And I'll show you the one inside the engine bay here. Ow, that would be my head. So there's the one in the engine bay. Comes out and then just faces right over to the engine. So the last thing I need to do is run this one, that one there, back to the fuel cell. So it's gonna run up, back that direction, and then through the wall there to the fire cell. And oh my gosh, I just realized that I'm going to have to climb back in there and go through those bars to be able to run that to the back. So I think I need a Mountain Dew or something like that. What do you think? I think so. Okay guys, so I got the back finished, I think. Let me show you what I did here. All right, so inside, I ran that line just straight up the back, and it goes right through the very back of the car there. And that just goes straight into the fuel cell area. Let me show you back there. And it just pops right through the wall here. And I just spiraled that extra, and then it just hangs down like that. Now the next step is going to be to install the, I guess you call it the emergency handle or the T-handle. That is in this baggie here. Let's see here. Yeah, so see you got the handle there. I'm probably gonna mount that into the dash somewhere, and then this cable goes around and goes back to the fire bottle. So that way you can just pull that handle and set off the whole system. So that's the next step. Alrighty guys, so the last step is just to install this cable into the bottle. There's a hole down low right here, and then right above it there's a set screw. So the set screw is going to clamp onto the cable right here, and then when you pull the handle, you're pulling the smaller part out. So that smaller cable pulls out, and that is what it will activate the whole system. All right guys, that is it. The system is in, everything's all hooked up. Let me show you the final placement of that handle. I went ahead and installed it just right here on the dash. I wanted to be sure that it was in a place that was easy to reach, easy to grab, so I can just grab that and yank. Should work out pretty good. But overall, I'm really happy with the system. There were parts of it that were easy to install, there were parts of it that were kind of a pain in the butt, but you know, being the first time installing something like that, you learn. I've learned. So I'm probably going to install one someday in this 33 car. Now I know what to do. But I don't know about you, I feel safer already, and we learned a very important thing today. Valentine's Day, give her the gift of a fire bottle. She'll love it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today and seeing the system go in. Do me a big favor. Almost 90% of you guys watching are not subscribed. I need you to subscribe. That'll help other people see the video and get other people interested in the sport. So do me a favor, hit that little circle right there, the picture of the Mello Yello car. That's a subscribe button. Please do that. And if you haven't checked out that video, check it out. We'll see you next time.